Hello,
World.
this is Jack, your host today, and my co-host.
Jacob.
So we're gonna start off today with daily new tech, or in this case, weekly new tech. Um, so I recently meaning yesterday, bought a new cable. And it's the magnetic cable where the head of the charging port is on the phone and the wire is magnetically connected.
Well, I wouldn't say head. It's more of like the connector part.
Yeah,
You plug into a device.
yeah,
And if you know at like the old Apple computers, MagSafe.
yeah. So basically, or the input of the wire where it plugs into your devices.
The connector.
Yeah, is magnetic, like, meaning that like that portion comes off, and it'll magnetically connect to the wire, so that way you can have like basically I don't know, a plug to the charging
It's
port.
just easier to do.
Well,
I have it for my headphones. It's so nice because it's just you bring it close, it connects, and then you
yeah,
just
it
walk
snaps
away.
together. The
And
re-
then if you go to take them, you're not bringing along the entire computer.
well, I think the main benefit for it is that for me, why I think of the main benefit is that if for whatever reason if you decide to dip it in water, I would say most likely it will be not waterproof. The port, I don't. Okay, the port won't be waterproof with that in, but it will lower your chances of getting moisture into the port, but it'll still get there some way or another because it's water. You know?
I
Water
think
has no
the bigger
form.
question here is why are you dipping it into water?
Okay, I wanted. Okay, not dipping in water, but like if you go for a dive, for a swim, or for those who use it in the shower. Why would you use a phone in a shower in the first place, or even a bath? At that point, you might as well get a Ziploc bag and zip out your phone up to use your phone.
Yeah, a bath I can understand. Shower, at least what I do is I start playing the music before I even get into the shower.
Okay, okay.
Or what I
You
actually do is I start the music on my phone, put it on my dining room table, walk into my bathroom. I have a Bluetooth waterproof speaker, turn that on, press play, and then I get in.
hmm
And then I become like the best singer in the world until I leave the bathroom.
Well, I mean, for my perspective, it's like, okay, first off, you're not bringing the phone into the shower. All you're
I'm
doing
not
is,
even bringing it into the bathroom.
well, I guess no, but so yeah, that's my new tech basically, because Jacob has had it before, but not the same kind of wire.
Yeah,
Uh,
I got a different one, which I also got my dad to get, and he's actually pretty happy with the one he has. I'm forgetting exactly what he's using it for,
yeah, well,
but
like
like for the past few years, I think actually since Apple stopped selling the MagSafe cables became more popular.
and what was that? When did they stop selling it? Because 2015, I still have it on my MacBook right now.
My personal MacBook, uh,
The ones that went onto USB C, that I get. That
yeah,
I
yeah.
get.
So like around that time, I think is when the MagSafe cables started to become popular.
hmm
Like before that, at least publicly, there was no such thing. And now
Well,
there,
no one knew what they're without. Oh, how about that? No one knows what they're missing until it's just gone. Like the Mac save.
well, yeah,
No,
because like
yeah.
that was like one of the best things. And actually, not only that, I think a lot of people did know about the MagSafe because you know, go switching to Windows computers. Everyone was like, "Well, at least if someone steps on the cable, my computer isn't going flying."
Oh, I mean,
There's
I don't think they knew as MagSafe. They just knew, oh, it's magnetic. It should be like Apple. Blah blah blah.
no,
Uh,
no, no. They marketed it as MagSafe.
okay, I didn't know about that, so I'm gonna say no one else knows about it.
Dude,
Okay, because I
I mean, at the latest Apple event, and I know we spent a lot of time talking about Apple already, but at the latest Apple event, they said MagSafe wireless charger.
Okay, okay, that's for the phone. It's never been on the phone before. That's why
Dude,
they made a huge deal
you
out of it.
look that up and it will still say MagSafe.
I well, yeah.
But no, not for the wireless charger. I'm talking about for the computer. It'll say like MagSafe charging.
Okay, if you say so.
I do say so.
All right.
So
So that's my daily tech or weekly tech of the day. What is
uh,
yours, Jacob?
my chair is feeling great. I really haven't gotten any new tech over
Or oh, okay.
the week.
Well, in this case, let's talk about the Acer Halo you brought to my attention. We'll consider
Yes,
that your daily quote unquote tech.
my weekly tech,
Sure.
which
So
I am totally going to be getting.
okay. So the Acer Halo is a direct competition against the
Nest
uh
Audio.
yes, against the Nest Audio. So I'm gonna briefly describe what the Acer Halo looks like. It's basically like the top portion is gonna be like the Google Nest mesh kind of look. I don't know if it's gonna come in different colors like Google has with the white, charcoal, coral. Right now we only see like a charcoal grayish kind of color. Then we have the bottom like a glass plastic or what Jacob likes to call it Pyrex. I
Because
mean,
it looks like the corners of like Pyrex containers.
yeah, but it's just it's a glass container. Uh, At this point, if I pull out any glass container, you say, "Oh, that's Pyrex." Well, that's because
No,
that's what
not
you're.
that kind of curve. Because it's not like purely clear. It's like slightly transparent. Like it may be like it looks like maybe up to 25% transparent on the corners, which is the same kind of transparency that you see on Pyrex.
Mhm.
And don't get me wrong, I'm sure it's not actually made of Pyrex. I don't know why you would need something like this to be made of Pyrex.
Maybe I feel like it'd be more of a plastic kind of thing. Because just
Oh
imagine,
yeah, it probably
because
is.
just imagining it like fall or something happens to it, since it's actually like an actual speaker. So if you put it down, you have kids over, they knock it over, it breaks the glass. So it's even more dangerous. So, anyways, um, so the Acer Halo, mesh top bottom glass, and when I say
No,
top,
probably not glass because of
okay,
what you just said. If it's
glass like
Pyrex glass,
glass
then it
glass
could.
glass like plastic. Okay,
Yes, I'm okay with that description.
okay. Then about 90% of the top is going to be the mesh, and 10% of it. And the reason why they have the glass like plastic bottom is for the RGB. So by the looks of it, it's literally just an RGB smart speaker. Um, Mainly, I feel like
Yeah.
it's more like aesthetic compared to the Nest Audio.
Oh, 100%. And the article that we've read, literally says this may seem like a gimmicky feature, which
Yeah,
it is, but in kind of defending that a little, one of the original things about the original Google Home and even the Nest Mini was that it would try to get your attention by like showing the like light on top,
well,
but that
oh,
doesn't really get your attention unless you're looking at this.
well,
When
yeah.
this flashes, it could be at the corner of your eye, and you'll be like, "What the hell was that?"
Well, he's talking about the Acer Hollow. If you guys didn't catch on, but I mean, then again, the Nest Audio or the Nest line of smart speakers from Google, they're more for like being in the background, like to be hidden away, sort of. So that way, like it's unassuming. I would say more of an
Yeah, but this
unassuming kind of thing.
definitely feels like the combination of like the Nest Audio and the Google Home.
Yes, I guess. Well, it is.
Yeah,
It's a direct competition against Nest Audio.
well, that's what they're saying. But so behind the mesh, it does have LEDs where it can show temperature. It looks like it can show some messages. Then it has the four dots like all Google Home products. Um, that can also go into their popular blue, red, yellow, green.
Hmm.
So I definitely think that like there's a lot more functionality. If anything, I'd say it's between the Google Home and the Nest Mini, but they're saying it's competing with Nest Audio because that's probably the easiest competition that they can go against. Because
Well,
it doesn't have full Google Home functionality because it doesn't
yeah.
have a screen.
Well,
It's more
I'm
similar to the Nest Mini.
well. Right now, we don't have any like specs or what the product description it is, so we can't really say how the speaker quality is because we can't like have like a spec competition right now. Competition comparison. So this Acer Halo is supposed to come out in the
Oh,
first quarter of 2021, which is basically the first 3 months of 2021. So between January and March.
fingers
Uh,
crossed.
Fingers crossed. Since with this whole pandemic issue, but it's also going to
Then
be
it
a
will,
hundred. What?
yeah, it'll start at $109, which you know
It's ten
is
dollars
ten more
more.
dollars.
Yeah.
And all things considering, it's not that bad for what you're getting.
Well, yeah, because you're
I'm
also
all
getting the RGB. So I mean,
well, yeah. Everything with RGB costs more.
yeah, everything,
You
even
gotta pay for that
lights. You gotta pay. You gotta
RGB.
pay for the light show. Like even
Yeah,
compare. Okay, as I said before, I'm gonna build my own PC, and
eventually.
eventually, but not anytime soon. Right now, because I have all the stuff that I want to get. But
The
um,
life of a tech futurist.
I know. But RGB fans compared to regular fans, they're at least $50 more. I think.
And they probably have the same exact functionality.
Not exact. Okay, not exact the same functionality. I mean, fan wise, yes, but
Oh well, that's
the extra function,
aesthetic wise.
yeah, aesthetic functionalities, no.
If you have the money, then go ahead. If you want something that's form like function over form, then don't get RGB. Like I do have the Razer Naga Pro, which does has RGB, but they didn't have a non-RGB one, and I'm gonna be honest, I probably still would have gotten the RGB just because like I
Well, I mean,
wholeheartedly trust Razer with like
well,
some of these products. Like
don't forget, Razer is all about RGB, so you can't find a non
well,
RGB mouse.
yeah. No, yeah, you can. My last mouse, which was the Razer Naga
I mean,
2014.
nowadays, I should say, nowadays everything's RGB in Razer.
Actually, you know what? I lied. I think that was also RGB, but I only had it set to blue because blue is my favorite color.
Yeah, so okay, so I was saying, right, almost everything from Razer. I say almost because they do sell chairs now. They're
Yeah, I
fancy
was about
gaming
to bring the
chairs.
chair up. That
They're
doesn't have RGB yet.
yeah. I mean, you could just buy an LED strip and line it up if you wanted to. But
No, no,
then
no. Razer's going to come out with their own LED strip
you need like a battery
for
pack
the
on
chair.
it. You need a battery pack
For
on
the
it.
chair.
Like I said, you need like a battery pack on it. Then you have a charging port. Oh, charging port. Imagine having a gaming chair with charging ports on it,
That would actually be super cool.
or
Like,
a
could you
wireless.
imagine being able to like put your phone into like a chair dock?
Yeah, or like a like a cup holder kind of handle, or like on a side of the chair where you can put your phone in. It's a wireless charging in it, so you just drop your phone.
That would actually be. Oh my god, that would actually be so cool. Oh, oh my god, that is actually super. Ooh, I like that idea. I kind of want to do that to my chair now.
Well, okay, well I can see a huge electric fire hazard with it.
Well, you're gonna
You
kind
would.
of have that with like.
Well, here's the thing: you'll be eating, and some people will probably be eating their chair, and so like, what if they drop, or they drink water? They're clumsy
Yeah,
with
but
it.
if it's wireless charging,
Oh yeah, then yeah, they need to have like a waterproofing to the battery pack.
Well, no, yeah, that's what I'm saying. That well, you would probably have the cable going like down the arm and out of the way. But you would also probably also have a cup holder separately.
Yeah, but I think until we perfect the wireless charging, the proximity charging, uh,
Yeah,
yeah, because I don't know if you
which I
guys,
think we're actually doing pretty well on so far. Like we still have a way to go, but
yeah,
we're
like
we're
if
getting there.
yeah, I mean like it's you shared me this article of how like you can do like a wireless charging, like an actual wireless charging, like from a distance, sort of.
Oh, that had to have been like a year ago by this
No, no,
point, right?
you sent me that like a month ago. Wireless, yeah,
Really?
yeah. It's about the it's like it's like the it is still connected to outlet, but I can like literally have the wireless charging pad on the back of the phone and plugged in, and have the output send it over like radio waves and input it into my,
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
that was not a month ago.
Wasn't it? Well, how long ago was that?
Uh Probably earlier this year, maybe. Well, like definitely not a month ago. Because if I'm thinking about what you're talking about, then yeah, it had to have been longer ago. But yeah, so
Oh yeah.
so like we are getting there. We still have a way to
Oh
go.
yeah.
Uh,
This particular company is, they're advertising it. I mean, you could buy their product now, but there's only like what, a foot distance before it loses all, like a lot of the power transfer. So I
yeah.
mean, don't
Eh,
forget, a year ago, like a couple years ago at least, they were talking about power over Wi-Fi, where it charges your phone while you're connected to the Wi-Fi.
why don't we have that now? That's awesome.
Well, don't forget, I literally just said it. Like, it's still a long way to go because radio waves and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, technology.
Well, we're 'cause don't forget, we're really limited to the technology, as you said, to putting that kind of output on Wi-Fi receivers, Wi-Fi things, to output that kind of energy. And it's also, don't forget, if you do that, it wastes a lot of energy and just sending it out. I mean, then again, if you connect your phone to it, then it'll say, "Hey, we can send the power to this phone," and it makes sense. But like constantly sending power through Wi-Fi is a huge energy waste, if anything.
Yeah, yeah.
So Matt,
When like if you're at home, well, like here's the thing: if you're out, let's say you're at a wedding,
yeah.
it just connect your Wi-Fi to the internet there, and now you could take unlimited pictures.
Well, I mean, you have unlimited power, not pictures,
Well, you know what I mean. Like, yes, you have unlimited power, so you could spend the entire time taking pictures
but then you
if
have
need
limited
be.
storage. You have limited storage
Hey,
though.
hey, hey, hey! I'm on Google Cloud.
Well, and I'm on external SD cards if need be.
Yeah,
You know,
I have unlimited storage on the cloud.
or even I can set up a USB, a USB to the phone, where I can just put it right in. I can just buy a two. No, I can literally just buy a 2 terabyte external SSD hard drive and hook it up to my phone, and I'll have 2 terabytes of storage.
You do realize that that still means that I have more storage than you, right?
Yeah, but the thing is, it's not over the cloud. I have it right in my hands. You need to have
Yeah.
why? What you need connection. What if you're in an area without connection after the photo shoot, and you want to see those pictures?
Then
Well,
you don't have unlimited power.
what did he do? You
Because
don't have.
we're literally talking about. Let's say you're at a wedding, connected to the internet, to Wi-Fi to get
Okay,
power.
you can still be connected to the Wi-Fi and still have no internet access. Okay, like it's the situation called connected but no internet access.
Anyway, so I do want to say another quick thing about the Halo Acer that I did just read. Acer is also developing an Android app that is slated to launch in December. Ooh, and that's basically where you'll be able to write custom messages on the display. So, oh my god, wouldn't it be awesome if we both get one and then like we connect each other to them so we could send each other messages over the display?
I can easily see that going down the drain because I'm gonna say,
Ah,
"Get the fuck out of my stuff." Because here's the thing. Here's the thing. If we connect it to each other's, well, it's gonna be a little hard, mainly because we're across states. But
yeah, yeah, that would be a little hard.
because it's
But
all based on proximity, connected to the Wi-Fi, blah blah blah. But like, if you somehow manage to do that, you'll be playing a lot of your songs on my stuff.
no, 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 no. I wouldn't be playing any music. I would
Well,
just write messages.
well, the thing is, if you want to play music through it, it's gonna come through my side, not yours.
No, no, no. I would put it in its own group.
You'd be like, play so and so song on all audios, and I'm gonna I won't be home, and it'll just be playing music.
Which I do want to say has happened before.
Yeah. So
Right after we graduated, um, I was just chilling in my apartment, and I said, "Play music on this group," forgetting that Jack's device was still in my group. And all of a sudden, he calls me, going, "Jacob, what the hell?"
no, because okay. So this is what happened. Okay.
I literally
Uh,
just said what
okay.
happened.
Okay. From my point of view, okay. I'm gonna give
Oh yeah,
a little background.
yeah. You were
We
sleeping, if I remember correctly.
no. Okay. A little bit more into the background. So me and Jacob were dorm mates. We were dorm mates. Originally we had set up our Google Homes with each other. So he has his voice and I have my voice on it, so that we can both activate it with our own profiles. Um, and when
We by the way, we had this connected to a hotspot that I set up with my computer
in
because
yeah, in the beginning,
college campus didn't let us connect it to their stuff, so we
yeah,
had to connect it to our stuff.
yeah. Um, I think in the beginning it was my hotspot, but then I kept taking my Mac away, so I keep getting
Yeah, so I
disconnected.
was like,
Yeah,
I my window computer's staying there 24/7, so we'll just
yeah.
have it connected to that.
So after we graduate, well, he graduated. I still had a year ago because my program. But anyways, he graduated. I moved out. And when we went out to our respective homes, I set up my Google Home Mini, and he sets his up already since he has an
I
apartment.
set up my few.
Yeah. Then he's like, play so and so song, and because I have my own audio on like usually on 30%, so it's kind of low, and I'll just be I'm minding my own business on my phone. And all of a sudden, I'm just hearing music. Like, huh? Where's this music coming from? Like, hey, Google, turn off music. And it turns off his music too, because his connect. And then he's like, I'm pretty sure on his end, it's like, what the heck? And then it turns play
Yeah.
music again. I'm like, what? Turn off. And then we had this little back and forth first, and then it clicked in my head like, Jacob, stop playing this song. And I called him. I was like, seriously? And I would like to also say this. This is the first night. The first night when it happened, I was like,
Yeah.
the first night when it happened, I was like falling asleep already, so I didn't bother it. It was the second night when he started doing it, and it was also during the morning when I started hearing songs. Like, because Jacob wakes up with music, I was still asleep, so I hear music coming through. I'm like, what the heck? I was like, it's six
Yeah.
o'clock in the
By the way,
morning.
yeah, I wake up at like 5 in the morning because my body doesn't like me, and I kind of start my day at around 6, um, because I start working at 7:30. Or
He does it. He
um,
does that to himself. Work actually
yeah, I
starts at
do
9.
this to myself. So no comments about why are you doing this. I don't know. I've gotten into a routine, and I'm a creature of habit. So yeah, like at this point, like I do have like a Bluetooth speaker that I use. But at that time, I was just playing it across all my uh Google Home,
Right.
and I totally did not realize it. Never clicked in my head that
Yeah.
oh, eh, I may be disturbing Jack in his sleep.
Or no, you didn't realize that it's still connected from despite we being too
No,
safe
no,
away.
yeah, that's what I mean.
And I was like,
Oh, you know what we never did try though? We never tried the broadcast stuff.
I think I tried it.
No, I don't think we did. We definitely did when we were still on campus,
Okay,
but we never did when we were like out.
apart or apart from
Yeah,
each other. And I was
yeah.
connected. Okay,
But that
so
is so funny.
yeah, I called them like, what the heck, man? And then I set up. I did my hardest to disconnect from his setup, and he did his best too. Now we're not connected anymore, which is fine with me.
We're assuming at least there may
Uh,
be still some remnants of each other in our
Probably.
devices.
But even if I wanted to, I for if I tell something to Google now on my side, I don't think it'll happen on his side. But
Oh, probably not.
yeah, since we did that. But back to what Jacob was talking about broadcasting. So when Google first came out with this, oh, I don't, I should say when they first came out with it. When I noticed the broadcast function, from a generous Google Gmail advertisement of, hey, try broadcasting something. Like, huh,
Oh
let me
yeah,
try.
you were out and I was in the room,
Yeah, no, no, okay, no,
and
first,
all of a sudden I hear your voice. I'm like, Jack.
no, okay. So when it first happened, we were both in a room, and I was just testing it
Oh, we
out.
were.
Yeah, so like it was the middle. It was in that middle of the night. It was like nighttime, and like past like 7 or something. And when I saw the Gmail advertisement, I was like, Google, broadcast this. I was like, oh, it broadcasted it. It was a lot of fun. And like, let me try this. Because okay, when you say broadcast, it'll say broadcast what?
Think of think of like an intercom system.
Oh no, think of Alexa's Simon Says. Basically, it says broadcast. When you say like go Google broadcast something, it'll broadcast what you said at the end, and then or you say broadcast to all devices, then you say your message. So what it does is it records your voice and then brings it out to all across devices. Whereas I would say Alexa Simon Says actually just records your voice and then puts it its own Alexa kind of voice. So never mind. But anyways, so when we first play, I was playing around with it, and he was like, "Oh, that's pretty neat." Then comes the next day. Uh, I was,
This is where the fun
yeah.
began.
So comes the next day. I came back from class, walking back, and I'd be like, "Google, broadcast to Google Home or the bedroom. We called it bedroom or whatever. I'm forgetting what it was, but anyways, we were like, I
Uh,
was like,
Probably something cave.
yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised.
it's been so long, God.
It really has. I'm
But
like, don't get us wrong. It's only been 2 years, but I mean,
it feels
just
longer.
2020 has felt like it's been going on forever.
So yeah, so I was like, oh, broadcast this because every now and then Jacob like keeps asking me, when are you coming back? When you get off class? Because we just like to know when our locations are for
Yeah, and it's actually
for
something that
various reasons.
yeah, relatively recently, I was reading this thing. So I have ADHD, and one of the things that I read recently was like people with ADHD, um, we're not very good with time.
Hmm.
So one of the ways that one of the things I do to kind of balance that out is I'll constantly ask time just so I can like have things in my head of like, okay, so he's getting out at this time, so that means I could do this until he gets back. It's just a way for me to organize myself based on other people.
Well, yeah, because like like he kept asking me every single day. I was like, Jacob, by this point you should know my schedule because like I tell you the same goddamn time, the same day, what time I come out and what time. And albeit, I probably won't be like you know, leaving right away. It's probably grab something to eat or watch something.
Yeah, but that's why I would always ask.
Yeah. So, anyways, so back to the broadcast. I'll say it, and then all of a sudden, Jacob's like, I'll say I'm coming back. I'm reaching home like in a few minutes, and then now inputs Jacob's point of view.
Well, I think it was like one of two things. I think like the first time you did when we were both in the room, I was just like, "What the fuck was that?" And then I think the second time, like the next day, I instantly texted you, please don't ever do that again.
It scared the shit out of him. Cause well, then again, it does do like
Well, no, because I think I was just like laying in my bed, and like all of a sudden I heard it, and like my eyes just like went straight up, like that son of a bitch.
well, it does like it does the nun broadcasting from Jack, and then it tells you what it says.
God, that was
It does
just so great.
it does an announcement. So I did it a few more times afterward because I was just in spite. It was a lot of fun, and I'll have I have like a routine set up with the broadcast. Oh, uh, so okay, that was weird. Why'd you just drop the call? I was like, what the heck was that sound?
I actually so my Razer mouse. So I used this two button side panel, and I accidentally pressed the back button, which is Command left bracket, which go is back in history in Chrome.
I was like,
So I
I
basically
guess it's
just
just
pressed
me.
the back button, and I was like, did I really do
I was like, oh, I guess it's just me now. So yeah, so what was my train of thought now? Oh yeah,
that?
it was in spite of him saying not to do it because it was a lot of fun. I'd be like, I set up a routine, say because when I come back from work, it's around like 2:30 ish. I'd be like, hey Google, damn it, I said no, no.
we,
I,
we, we, we need like a keyword for the cast to say like HG or Hey G, something like that.
yeah,
Because like both of us have Google devices that are pretty close to us that we can't get away from. And if I say it, I have three devices who are um who are going to pick me up whether I like it or not.
yeah, and that's why over our phone calls when we have on speaker on each other, once in a while I'll say it's my
We
thing,
we,
could you
we,
say this
we,
thing?
we usually
Yeah,
yeah, we'll usually say it, pause, and then look around to see if it picked us up.
yeah.
Even though we probably shouldn't, because it does have that conversation feature where it's like, if it hears it in a conversation, it won't activate. But I think because we're so used to saying it, we're just we'll say something like, "Hey Google," and then we just pause to see, like, did it pick it up? Did it pick it up?
It's like a dog. It's like a dog. Like squirrel, squirrel.
Yeah, exactly. Uh, and then like even sometimes like my phone. So like I have like I'm an Android developer, so I have my Pixel 2 set up for most development. And my Pixel 4 XL being my daily driver. So like sometimes I have both of them perk up and be like, "Yes, we're listening, master." And other times like they like right
You
when I
just
said
you
it
just made it
before.
creepy. You made it creepy just now. Yes, for
You
listening.
know,
That's creepy.
you know what I mean.
It's so creepy though.
Well, if you want to hear more of that, listen to our other podcast.
Okay, what other podcasts are talking about now here, huh?
Anyway,
Yeah. So yeah, I set the routine to be like, I'm home or I'm coming home or some shit like something like that.
wait,
And
did you really set a routine that would broadcast to me?
yeah, set a routine.
Oh my gosh!
I know. I think it does. It also plays music after it broadcasts.
Oh my god!
So if you were in the room to stop it, it'll just keep playing music.
Actually, I think I do vaguely remember that.
It's a dark memory, ain't it?
Son of a bitch.
You're lucky we're not connected anymore. I would
Uh,
totally done. I think
eh,
honestly, I did. Now that I think about it, I did try to do broadcasts when I found out before I called you to test it out, but I guess it didn't work on your end. Interesting
I
enough.
guess not.
Oh, I think it's because I'm not on your whole thing. I think it's more
Network,
of
you mean?
yeah. I'm not on your network. You wait, huh? It's all the way around. You're not on my network. I'm on your network. So if you did the broadcast, it probably worked instead of me.
You want me to try it right now?
No, not anymore. We're completely disconnected, so there's no point in trying. I mean, if you want to broadcast your own in the whole living room, I'm fine with that. That's up to you. Um, yeah, that's a little tidbit of her
Little
lifetime.
insider information per se.
It was a fond moment.
So let's see. Any new tech that we're excited for?
I mean,
Aside, the Halo Acer, which I'm totally going to be getting.
yeah, and besides the Razer gaming chair we just talked about, that thing is $700. I'm not even.
Seven?
Yeah, it's like
I saw like
69.99.
four.
No, it's 6.99 or something like that.
Oh my god, that thing better like better like massage my back and pay my taxes for me.
Man, but yeah, I'm as we had said I had said before, I'm going for the Secret Labs, even though they're like $500. They're well known for their gaming chairs, as is. So yeah,
Yeah, yeah, they are,
can't wait for
but
that.
it is still a ton of money. Hey, Razer now is making a case,
What kind of case?
a phone case,
They
not
both.
for the Razer phone.
Well, I mean, they already have. They already have. I
No,
mean,
this is like new.
okay,
The Razer Arc Tech
okay.
Pro.
I mean, I guess they did. Mainly because I do remember looking up their gaming pad sort of, where they put a smartphone in between the controllers, and then
No, no, no. This is for the Galaxy Note 20, Note 20 Ultra, and all of the 12s.
12s, the iPhones.
Yeah, iPhone 12. Sorry.
Oh, okay. I was like 12. The only thing that's 12 so far is iPhone.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, it has cooling technology. Ooh,
Um,
and
eh,
5G compatible. That's actually kind of interesting.
it's a meh
Yeah,
for me.
it's. I mean, listen. We at least I've stuck with dbrand. Can we talk about dbrand?
I mean, sure.
So, uh,
What's wrong?
not that my computer lagged a bit.
I think we just had like a seconds of silence.
Yeah. So let's talk about dbrand. You were the one who showed me dbrand.
Yes, and I'm glad. Okay.
Yeah, dbrand cases are one of the best cases I've ever used. They are very grippy. Their customer support is literally top notch. So on my Pixel 4 XL, the case actually like kind of got destroyed, and they did address like the entire thing, and they went into the science behind it in a Reddit post, which is incredibly interesting. Um, so they are working to make it better. But what they had done is, if your case broke, they would replace it for free. You would literally just need to tweet at them, and they would replace it for free. And I got a free case for my Pixel 4 XL. I got a free case because my old case broke.
You know what's crazy is that somehow they found your order number and everything just from a single tweet. That's what's crazy.
No, no, no. I gave them the order number.
Oh, for me it didn't. When I okay, years ago, I would say at least 3 years ago, when they were it was a Indiegogo campaign, I think, with the D brand grip when the first V1. And that's when I was like, oh, I should get this. And I was telling Jacob we should get this as well.
And
Um,
we did.
yeah, we did. Well, first off, I found D Brown through, I believe, Lou from Unbox Therapy when they were talking about it. Yeah, it was from Lou Unbox Therapy because I was watching his video and we was showing off the grip. Well, like,
Grippiness.
yeah, the grippiness. I was like, oh,
Which is such a great factor for it. It really is. It like
yeah,
it's not so grippy that like you'll put it in your pocket and never be able to get it out.
yeah,
But like when you're holding that thing, you feel comfortable.
yeah.
By the way, dbrand, if you want to sponsor us, we'll totally take
Oh
it.
yeah.
we like But I really love dbrand. Like I got my own father to get dbrand, and like he really likes the case. Like I with tech wise, there's very few kind of things I'll speak highly of, just because
Well,
like Razer.
especially like
Yeah,
detective cases, like cases.
exactly. Because
Yeah,
all cases at a certain point, like at the end of the day, yes, they're just cases. Dbrand is like one of the only ones that I found where it's like it's not just a case.
yeah,
It feels more because like on top of that, so like on the back of their current cases, there's a little indent so you could get like stickers basically, and you could put them on, and they don't even touch the phone. All they're touching is the case. Which now that I think about it, I should just use some of the stickers I've gotten recently from the Google merch store and put them on. Why haven't I done that already? Why didn't
well,
you tell me about that?
I didn't. You said you want to put it on your Mac and stuff, like you
I
always
did
do.
do that already.
Yeah, so I didn't know you had more. But
I
anyways,
got
um, yeah, I don't know how many you got. Okay,
I got a lot. I got
yeah,
a whole sticker sheet from
of
Android.
course you did. But let me preface is that dbrand originally is called dbrand skins. They make skins for devices. In the beginning, they only do for phones. Now they've branched out to doing MacBooks, I should say,
Which
MacBooks,
I also want to say on both my work computer and my personal MacBook, I have the D brand
trackpad skin.
trackpad skin. It is so nice just to be able to feel the texture when
Yeah,
going across
yeah.
rather than like just pure smoothness.
So now they branched out to the Nintendo Switch, to other common devices in a way, like the
Yeah.
AirPods, the cases and stuff like that. They have make skins for those. So originally they were just a manufacturer of skins. Then they went into the grip industry, or the case industry, which in the beginning Jacob was really hesitant because he's like, I don't know, because Jacob in the beginning, he is a non-caser, and I was the
Yeah,
one who.
because I'm as an Android developer, I'd like to think at least that I usually take good care of my phone.
Yeah.
I always have my phone near me for better and for worse. But I'm not always on my phone.
Hmm.
But like I always have it near me when it's in my hand. I know I'm not going to drop it. I know my hand well enough at this point to know that I'm not going to drop it.
But at some
But
cases you did.
well, if every time I dropped it, I was in my bed.
Yeah. But yeah, so yeah,
Which
so
in those cases, I was like, if I drop it, it's gonna fall on something soft and cushiony.
yeah. So yeah, originally Dbrand was an Indigo campaign and everyone was on it, and I was like, Jacob, you should do this. He was like, I don't know, like do it. And I'm glad that he went through with it because he's enjoying it now. So
Yeah.
when Jacob was talking,
Although with the first gen case,
it was just a
you know,
bumper. It was just a
it was
bumper.
just a bumper, which that was an interesting dynamic, and I think that's one of the reasons why I was like, okay, I'll try this out
Yeah.
because I did like seeing the back of the phone.
Yeah.
That was like a large part of like this is so cool. And that is one of the things I do miss, that I can't see the back of my phone. I can't see the beauty of it.
So yeah, so as I want to preface this now that the case that Jacob has is the Grip V2 in a way. That way he has a sticker on the back of it instead of on the phone. So when he says like it's not on the phone but on the back of it, it's actually on the case. There's a space for
Yeah.
like yeah they
My
have
Pixel 2, I put the skin directly on the phone.
yeah. And the thing is, if you take off the skin, there is no residue, so it doesn't damage the phone.
Yeah, which I don't want to do because I do like the skin, even though I have a case on
Yeah, I mean okay.
the phone right now, so you can't even see it. Well, you can kind of see it,
So the
but
one,
you know,
the few things I'm kind of jealous about the Google phones is that they have a Google logo with all the different colors you can hit. Like you can get the respective blue, green, yellow, and red, the Google logo, in all those different colors to put on the back of your phone. And and because the older phones has like the top portion being matte and the bottom portion being like glass, they have separate skins for those too. Whereas with Samsung with their new Infinity hole punch display, I only can have the back, and the back is usually just one whole big piece. And yeah, they can have a camera cutout and stuff, but there's not really much customization. And they don't have like the Samsung cutout logo as a sticker, so it makes it a bit more like eh. There really isn't much more customization compared to the Pixels. Um, so yeah, like in the beginning, you could put skins in the front of the phone because where there's like there's where the bezels, but now with the close to none bezel screen, it makes it hard to put anything on it since it's glass. There really isn't anything to stick on. But like yeah, it's hey, check out dbrand if you want skins to customize to your phone. I mean, there are
Yeah, if you want quality, because they're pretty quality.
yeah, I mean, there is another company I can't think of right now on top of my head that does a lot of the skins that has like superheroes like Iron Man or Flash as
Hmm.
the sticker and all. But even though the brand only has like certain textures like carbon fiber, swarm, which is like a leather kind of feel, like hexagonal kind of feel. Um,
I thought the storm was the hexagon.
yeah, the hexagonal feel, like the hexagon, like the honeycomb,
Uh,
as you would call it in the
Yeah, yeah,
Futurist.
which that's what I have on.
Like trackpads, yeah, that's what I
Uh,
had on trackpads.
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
I
on
bought
the
one
track.
for you. I bought one for you for that particular one because I was like, okay, if you spend over $25, it's
No,
free
I think we
shipping.
had a bet for. Yeah, oh yeah, you were like, Jacob, I'm spending a bunch of money on skins, but I need enough for free shipping. What do you want?
Yeah, so like $25 free shipping, and they make their pricings like certain things are just like $24.99, no free shipping, and it's like come on. But yeah,
But with that said, I mean, if you check their social media, so like,
the Twitter.
there-
Oh,
there's a there's a level of social media that both Jack and I don't like to do because we are people of the internet in one sense. We've stood back to watch it for a while, so we know how like shitty of a place Twitter can be. Dbrand is one of the ones where like they're great. They're
okay.
really
Yeah.
funny.
So
They're,
yeah,
they're really funny just to see.
their social media team has on point. So like every now and then they will post something and someone writes a comment comment about it.
Comats.
And then D Van will just
Well, you know
like
what I'm gonna be teasing you about for the next few days.
God. Uh, D Van will make a comment counter like not counter harassing but like just making fun of them, saying
Kind of like what when the Wendy's Twitter does.
yeah. But I think D Brand did it first. But because
Really?
yeah, D Brand was on it first, I think. Um, I don't remember, but because D Brand is
I
not like international food, fast food, so they're not that well known. So only a few. So for example, like someone writes a tweet say, D Brand, why are you making prices just under $25? And D Brand goes, because you can spend more money on us.
yeah. They also had things like instead of a sale day, they had a reverse sale
Oh yeah,
day.
because some people were like, D Brand, why are your stuff so expensive? Give us a discount. And literally a week before, they were just doing like a site wide 20% off. D Brand, you know what? Today, everything's 20% up. And you go on their site literally is 20% up.
Look, like it is just like there's some things where it's like that where some people may think like that's a horrible business decision,
But
but you can't say it's not funny. You can't say that it's not funny that they're like, you know what? Because of this one person, we're marking everything up 25%. Like
and they
that
tweet
is
about it.
comedy gold.
And they tweet
Yeah, and
it.
then tweet about it. That is comedy gold.
And then you just see people like posting screenshots of like the percent going up. I'm like, what? And then it's just funny. And they call their staffs robots because
Yes.
they're run by robots. We don't know if they're really. And they once in a while they'll
Well,
be like,
I think it's Monkey that are controlling the robots.
yeah, but like every now and then
There's a deep lore to their robots that no one knows yet, but we will get down to we will get down and deep into it at some point.
I mean, I'll leave it up to the other conspiracy theorists. But like if you say it is because they have like a section saying additional notes or something, and some people were like, oh no, draw me so and so or draw me something, and they will post on Twitter like a sticky note of what they drew, after getting their order. Sometimes they ask for something ridiculous like give me a free phone case, and then it says and a sticky note says fuck you from so and so robot.
Yeah, like it's really great just how much fun they have, and it's like it's incredibly refreshing to see from like all of the other like corporate businesses. To see something like that
I
is
mean,
really really
yeah,
cool.
and once in a while there are people that just be ratting the branch just being skins and being expensive. It's like, why is it so expensive for stickers? And it's like, go buy a sticker then, and you find out. Or like
Yeah,
I can't think
and
of it right
like
now.
we'll talk highly of
Oh
dbrand
yeah,
because
it's nice.
like their stuff is quality, and as we've said before, quality over quantity with tech
Now
most of the time at
most of the
least.
time, but now that I hope it doesn't happen. But like I'm gonna talk about how on Black Friday they usually do 50% side by stuff. And I hope they, if they do somehow find this, and they decide to do a 50% markup on Black Friday instead,
We'll take full blame for it.
I don't want to, but we're gonna have to. But being how small our channel is now, I highly doubt it.
Oh,
But
100%. But if they do, I will buy. I will buy a 50% marked up thing if they do.
uh, I mean, hey, they also had a Rubik's cube, remember, with their
Yes,
skins.
that was all the same color on all sides.
I mean, there's that one. There's the ones you can also have like different carbon fiber
Oh yeah,
skins.
where it's all the same skins, but on a Rubik's cube.
Oh, in different color. So it's like think about a Rubik's cube with dbrand skins. So you can have one side being the storm skin, the other side being the leather skin, the other side being matte skin.
And you can make them all black, so it becomes a huge challenge because now instead of not doing it by color, you have to do it by feel of the texture.
Yeah, or to look at the texture. Oh my! I really wanted one, but they were like $30 or so. I was really hesitant. But then again, the moment I hesitated for a minute, it was gone. People ate that
Yeah,
shit up.
their stuff goes very, very fast because at the end of the day, it's pretty. It's really good.
Yeah, it's really good. So shout out to dbrand. I'll probably leave a link to the description in the description to their Twitter page and their website.
Assuming you remember, of course.
Well, I'm writing it down. I have a notepad. I'm writing everything down. So yeah.
Good,
So
good.
this time around, with the editing, since I do the editing, I wrote down timestamps and hopefully I have the mental capacity to really go follow through all the notes I put down. Like for example, when we talked about the cord, I'll put a link to of the Amazon thing I bought it from. But like like if we talk about chords, I'll have the picture of the chord up, or we talk about like the Acer Halo, I have the picture up. So it's more in tune with the audio and the video portion of it. That way, it doesn't just be like just a still image like we had for first two podcasts. To make it more
Oh,
interactive, I think. But at this point, so far, there are huge portions where we just talk about one product. So probably have to cycle through certain pictures. But hopefully, uh, I don't lose to my not protagonist. What is it? Ugh,
uh-huh.
not
Procrastination.
yeah, procrastination. My laziness. So I'll just throw in pictures at the end of the day.
So I really want to say real quick. Dbrand actually had a partnership with PewDiePie.
Oh yeah, they're
Hey,
broskies.
we said PewDiePie. We can put him in the title now, right?
No, we can't. We can't.
So they had a mask, and on the mask, their descriptions of it are breathable, washable. You won't die.
Yeah, it's funny.
Like you could tell just how much fun they have with it, and it's
And
really
and the
cool.
thing is, and oh, right. It
Oh,
was
they also do screen protectors.
okay. Their screen protectors, I'm kind of mad about, mainly because
Oh,
the prism, they call their screen protectors prisms, um, and with their prism screen protectors, it makes it so that it's like it's tempered glass, so it doesn't scratch. You put a hammer to it, it's fine. Um, but because the Samsung phones have the fingerprint sensor on the screen, because of the glass, it makes it a lot harder to read your fingerprints. So overall, dbrand decided to not do a screen protector for the Samsung lines that has uh, the fingerprint sensor because there's a distance between it, like a 2.5 millimeters or 3.3 millimeters difference, that makes it so you can't read the fingerprint, which a lot of people want to have. But dbrand decided to cut out the hassle and just don't do it for them. And I get it. They don't want people tweeting at them. It doesn't work. My fingerprint doesn't work. I want a refund. Blah blah blah. I get it. And dbrand will probably just be like, do a huge like, screw you guys. We're gonna upsell the market and everything. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if
yeah.
dbrand did
There
that.
are some of those things where it is kind of like shitty, but you know, there is that level of like, like again, when they kind of went into like they did a full on Reddit post describing the science about how their why their cases weren't staying together. Like that is incredibly. That's actually really really cool.
Yeah, I mean, like, okay, so for in this um, dbrand will only make cases and screen protectors. Uh, okay, Jacob is showing me something these have on their website, and if they
So if you subscribe to their newsletter, they'll send you an email, to confirm it. And when you confirm it, it goes, you will never receive spam, 5,000 emails a week, emails with poor design and spelling mistakes. Which
so
now I'm going to be looking for those.
yeah, they have a lot of fun with that. They make it so like
Yeah,
for
you
yeah.
you could just tell how much, and again, there's not, I'll talk highly about Google, but that's just because I'm a Google fanboy. Jack will speak highly about Samsung because he's a Samsung fanboy.
Hmm.
But there's not a ton of other tech that we'll talk highly about. Yes, I'll talk highly about Razer, but that's because they've earned my trust.
I'm
Dbrand has earned both of our trust.
Yeah, I will talk about Logitech, some of the Logitech stuff because I use it and
Yes.
it's a lot of fun. I mean, then again,
Now,
we yeah.
yeah, yeah. Now, I really quickly want to bring this up because I do know we're running low on time. So I sent you this article that the Samsung chairman passed away recently.
Yeah. Uh, here's the thing. I've been seeing that on my Google newsletter since last night, so I didn't sort of react to it. Mainly because it was like, okay, okay. It sounds bad. What I'm gonna say next is like, okay, he died. Go on, you know, like
Well, it also says that he's been in the hospital incapacitated for more than
6 years.
half a
6 years.
decade. Yeah, so there is that level of
Well, here's the thing.
maybe. Yeah,
Samsung originally wasn't just a electronic. It was more of like in the beginning. Like, don't forget, back then the technology was really backwards, if you will.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
So originally they were, I remember like fruits and fish market or something like that. And then the chairman, I'm forgetting the name currently,
Lee Kun Hee. I totally probably butchered
butchered it.
that,
Yeah,
but please forgive me. I like
we're not
if
natives.
I
We
ever
don't.
say the yeah, we're not natives. If we ever say anything wrong, just know we're trying our best.
Yeah. So this chairman brought up Samsung to where it is today. The Samsung Electronics to where it is today, and literally it's only been I think I think he was the first generation of the Samsung hierarchy or something like that. But yeah, he brought up Samsung to where it is today, and he had a heart attack 2014, and we just haven't heard anything else besides the heart attack and how he's been doing. But now,
Oh, no.
yeah, and his son took over the company, and right now Samsung is going through a lot of legal battles with uh, passing down to the son instead of just passing to an actual different CEO. I think hierarchy I think it's called. But yeah, and then
Probably, yeah. But I think there's also a level of, I don't want to say traditions because I don't think that's the right word,
yeah, I mean, like it
but
makes sense, and like in a way, it makes sense to pass down your what you start up to your son. But in this case, a company is different. Just your family business. I mean, it is a family business if you think about it, because he single
yeah,
handedly
but
brought it up.
I think it's at the point where
Yeah,
it goes a little beyond that.
but yeah, so yeah, so they're having a little legal battle with the son for what that one aspect, and the other aspect is because they have bribed the president. I think the president of South Korea, not actually our president, because
Yeah.
if anything, if he was bribed by
Let's
by
not
our
get into
president,
too much trouble in what our like fourth episode or
third,
fourth cast.
the third.
Yeah, third, fourth. Yeah.
So even though I don't want to leave in a sad note, but I guess this is how I end our podcast today. Podcast.
I mean, dbrand.
dbrand, sponsor us. If you sponsor us, I'll get everything dbrand.
Oh no. Oh man, like if they start making like monitor skins.
That would be so
Oh.
much. Okay, dbrand won't be making anything that's like niche. Like it has to have enough people in order for them to make. As I was trying to say before, we brought up
Hey,
this
hey,
entire
hey.
before.
Do you
Okay,
want to go down their special edition?
hey hey
They
hey.
literally made a box.
They made a box because that's the box. He made a box because they want to make a box. But before, I don't want to get too off topic here. Okay, I want to get back to my topic before you abruptly tell me the message or give the viewers a message about how the chairman died. I was trying to say was that the brand only makes flagship devices, not devices like stickers or
Thing.
cases for flagship devices of the current year and previous year, I would say. So, if you let's say you have a really old iPhone, because that's the easiest thing I could think of, like the iPhone 6, you would have the older stuff, but not the newer stuff. So you won't get the new grip case V2 on the iPhone 6 because they will only do products for the new flagships to keep up with the trend. So don't be, I would say, don't be like, why DRAM doesn't do this and that. It makes sense for them to keep up with the current flagships rather than just going back and make these small inventories for certain people. It's in a business way. That's just like that's a waste of time, money, and research to do this. So it makes sense for them to do flagships. So, anyways, now we're gonna end a little more hype, a higher spirit note. So this is Jack
And Jacob.
signing off.